I'm back. Hi. Mm. So, part two, I guess. This is the song we'll listen to, by the way. Um, yeah. All right. Credit where it's due.
Okay,
And now, as this venerable titan of Final Fantasy said, okay, let's get on with it. Which means first, sound check.
so hello. I am a Final Fantasy X Final Fantasy 14 player.
There we go. So from that, I can assume that you need a little bit more, like there. And I need to lower my sound on my end, and then
Okay, so hello. I am a Final Fantasy X Final Fantasy 14 player, currently quitting temporarily whenever I see the game gets back to what I would like the game to be. Now, today I'm going to do a little bit of a rant.
I will also go on a little bit of a rant. If audio is desynced again, I don't give a shit. Guys just talking, I'm talking about what the guy is talking about, and that's it. And no, obviously, all the legalese over there is still applicable, so I'm not like looking to steal the content or whatever. I'm just watching something with you. I'm gonna be commenting along. That's it. There's nothing else. No evil ended. Okay. Um, with that out of the way, then since it's just gonna be like a guy talking and me talking about what the guy's talking, I don't mind if there is a desync, and neither should you, quite honestly. And with that in mind, here we go.
And of stuff that I don't like. And you know how the community is such a welcoming one, right? Apparently, I mean, everybody knows this. If you talk bad about the game, they're just gonna hate you blindly. So I know that what I'm getting into, and I don't give a fuck because I don't play the game and I don't cover the game. So who cares, right? Now, first of all, before I begin, I played the game for almost 10,000 hours. I know that it might not be a lot for some like Giga No Life players.
What are you talking about? It is actually a lot.
Maybe they have double the amount. I started the game in 2014 because I saw the Aura female. I was like, oh shit, I want to make that character. So yeah, I've been playing the same looking character. I don't really use Fantasia. I don't really like changing appearance too much. So I've been using the same character over and over. And what I liked about the game was everything. Besides the story, I don't care about the story. I skipped this. I skipped the story immediately. Even the good parts, yes, because I am here to play a multiplayer, massively multiplayer online game, role-playing online game. I'm not here to sit through a story, and so I'm not going to talk about the story. I'm not going to say the story is good or bad. I'm just telling you that I didn't. I'm not gonna touch the story because I didn't play it. So I don't like talking about stuff that I didn't experience. So if the story is great, then nice. But everything else, I liked. So I did everything. I did PvP a lot. I did raids. The only thing I didn't do is ultimate. So I will be skipping over ultimate. I don't know how it is if it has any problems or anything else. Besides that, I did multiple savage raids, including up to Pandemonium 2, I believe, and then Pandemonium 3, like P3S. I started. Another game came out. I think it was Arc. Lost Ark, so I took a break there and then I never resumed progging through. But yeah, so raids, I did savage, I did normal, I farmed a lot of extreme trials. I leveled all of my classes to max level, including the ones that I wasn't really fond of. Like I don't really like healing, but I still leveled up any healer. You know why? When I play an MMO, I first of all I played MMOs almost all of my life from 2007 to 2020 to 24 because last time I played Final Fantasy was when Dawntrail came out. And I when I play my MMOs, I like building and every class. I like leveling up almost every class or at least one class for every role because I want to know everything about the game that I'm playing. I don't want to just be a DPS Andy and then I'm going to criticize the healer. Oh, you didn't heal me because I don't know what the healing is like or what the dynamic of the healing.
So far, um, So far, their views and mine are pretty much aligned. Okay.
That is so same for the tanks. So I usually level everything up.
And I say that because that makes the video the more interesting because I'm curious, like what the person's reasons for quitting are going to be.
Because I want to experience every scenario and for every class, so that way I can understand more the other classes, the other players that are playing. So when I play, I can adjust myself to make their job easier. That's what I do. Now, not everybody does this, but I have fun doing that. That's why I'm going to show you uh, my character. This is my character, and this is this was my progress during Dawn Trail. I wanted to make everything 100, but then I, for the first time in 10 years, actually I didn't play that much during 2014, 15, and 16. I think I started hard on like 17 or 18, but my account is from 2014. But even though I didn't play, I was already that one. So that's why 10,000 hours only. Now, all of my classes, not everything is 100, as you can see. I tried leveling up stuff. I don't like Black Mage at all. I don't like how static it is. So I powered through that, I guess. So I leveled every crafter, almost every gatherer to 100. Fuck Fisher. I did Eureka. I did Boja and Zadnor, obviously. I mean, didn't max this. I mean,
Yeah, same. Same actually. And every single side quest, and I did max fishing. Uh, I do deep, what do you call it? Deep dungeons as well. Like finished those, except Orthos. I only reached like the last boss in Orthos once, and then we just never did again. Yeah, similar experience. I would say. I would say without bragging, I have done more. But yeah, he's very close.
what is the cap? 60. Wow. I still did everything. I reached the final
This is not to compare. This is I am just confirming to myself that the views of this person seem to be very, very close to mine on how you approach MMOs and what's worth doing and why, I guess. Which in turn means that like I'm more, as I said before, I'm more curious now about the reasons for quitting.
final places. I killed everything. I made my elemental armor. And as you can see, I have almost every class to 100, even though I am not playing Dawn Trail. I quit the game. But in the past, I've always had pride, like the MMO pride of in getting every class to 100. So actually, let's put it back because I think it's better to look at, right? So as you can see, why did I stop, right? Why did I stop? When I started, I played everything. I played mini games, everything, crafting, gathered, and I thought it was balanced in the sense that for certain things, certain aspects of the game, such as crafting and gathering, for example, especially crafting, I felt like you had to put your effort and time into leveling those up, and then you would be among the few that wanted to go through that journey. It wasn't easy. It was very grindy, but then you would reap the rewards. This talking about this, especially in Stormblood, this was true. When you being an Omni crafter would net you a lot of money. The economy was great at the time for what I experienced. So when you actually become an Omni crafter, you make a lot of money because not everybody can be a crafter. That's another topic that we're gonna focus on later. Now,
Interesting.
with time, I played every facet of the game. With time, I noticed that we were getting the same thing over and over and over and over.
There we go.
Same
There we
cadence
go.
on patches. That's fine. That's pretty good, right? Same type of content. Okay, this gets one raid. This gets the other part of the raid. This time this is the alliance raid, and now this is the ultimate and then another ultimate. And recently, I think before we used to get only one ultimate. I never did ultimate, so I'm not going to talk about it. But yeah, so with time, I felt like the game was becoming very repetitive and stale, which is not
Yeah.
a bad thing, but it wears you off. It slowly burns out the feeling that you have of like, oh, I'm going to strive for something. I want to do this. I want to get all crafters up for this reason. I want to get all characters up for this reason. Oh, I want to do this content because this and this and this happens. But when the same content comes back and it's like Dungeon 1 was great, Dungeon 2, which is the same dungeon like Dungeon 1, but it's a little basically a reskin with a different monster, but the dynamics are the same. And you get like, oh, okay, well, so it's basically that, but okay. And then Dungeon 3 comes in, and then Dungeon 4, Dungeon 5. You start going like, ugh, I don't really care about Dungeon 5 anymore. It's like it's been the same as the Dungeon 1 through 4, so you don't really want to do much at that point, right? You don't feel you're not pulled. You're not being pulled too heavily by the content because
Yeah, no,
it's the same thing.
it's exactly what I expected to be.
Now,
Apart.
I have prepared a couple of points that I'm gonna go through. This was some sort of an intro. Sorry for I am a little bit of a yapper, I know. But I'm trying to paint you the picture for myself.
Hey,
I am not a
Yapping Club,
random
let's go.
player.
Yap guy.
I've been playing for a very long time. No, very few games you play for 10,000 hours. Yeah, you don't even play 1,000 hours, let alone 10,000, right? So I know some people played more, but that's not the point. Now, first point, the story is too long now. I said that I'm not going to talk about the story if it's like good or bad. I'm just going to talk about how long it is. From a newer player perspective, I've always tried to get my friends to play it. They never made it. Besides one person, they never made it because the story was too long and too boring.
Yeah.
Their take. I don't
Yeah.
know about how boring the story is, but I know how long it is because I leveled up a couple of alts during my journey to max level from level 1.
Jesus
Having
Christ, you're a
having a
monster
main, I
then.
leveled up an alt in another server to help my friends and stuff up to max level. So I know exactly, at least up to Shadowbringers, how painful the first
Yeah, and imagine that the guy is skipping. He said that he skipped everything. Even with skipping, the story is just, oh my god. Like, nah, stop it. Stop the story. Just modernize the game. Just focus on other things. Drop the story. It's done. It should have ended with Endwalker. It should have ended. I'm not even joking. It should have ended for at least one expansion.
the new player experience is. It's very slow. The story drags a lot. There is a lot of random shit that it's is unvoiced, and it's of course it's a JRPG type of story, so it's gonna be long, right? But the first player experience is extremely slow and tedious and boring. You know why? Not for the story necessarily, but because you don't have many abilities on level 1 or like low levels. You don't have many abilities. In fact, I've found myself and other people saying, like, reassuring players, oh, don't worry if it's boring right now.
Yeah. This fucking cultish behavior of like, don't worry, bite down. We're gonna be so proud of you. You're gonna be part of the dream team. Bite down, yeah, and then learn everything. And then you're like, okay, and now what? Now you grind tombstones. Okay, for how long? Forever, friend, forever. And then we'll do ocean fishing. Nah, skip all that shit. Honestly, like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, but yeah, skills in the beginning. That is this thing. The way that Final Fantasy sinks players down is insanity. It's pure insanity. Whether it is for dungeons or for fates or for anything else, it is insanity. And honestly, I think that individuals that are like, oh, I like doing raids when the way that they were when they were current. So with like item level limits and all that, these people are fucking unhinged. I'm telling you, they're fucking unhinged. I'm stating right now, they're gone. They're fucking cooked mentally. So yeah, no, this is horrible. How they do sinking down is horrible in Final Fantasy.
It's gonna get better in 100 hours. It's gonna get better when you get to 70, to 60, when you get your mechanics for your class that you don't have at level until level like 50. So sure, you get your class badge thing, this shit, the soul stone. What is it called? The soul crystal at level 30, but you still don't get the
Archaic fucking systems that are pointless completely. Just what are they even, the fucking soul stone? Who the fuck cares? Just give the player a class to play.
full extent of the mechanics for
I'm gonna be very dismissive in this stream. That's because I have established my opinions and arguments and my, points of debate with Final Fantasy multiple times across multiple streams. And the only thing I'm interested in right now is like literally having Final Fantasy as my fucking stream lol cow, like nothing else. So obviously I'm going to be a little bit more exaggerated. I'm gonna be a little bit more. I'm gonna let out a little bit more. I'm gonna sugarcoat a little bit less. It's also a subject that has tired me, honestly. Even though I call it my lol cow, it's not really. It's a tired subject. And to be fair, I don't think I'll watch another Final Fantasy video. Like we've watched a lot, and we know the state of the game. I just found this one curious because it's the position of a person with 10 fucking thousand hours. 10 fucking thousand hours. And I wanted to see like if they as well see the same, you know? And that's what it is. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have bothered. If it was just another take, I would be like, yeah, I agree, and there is nothing to talk about. But this one might be interesting. But again, for the sake of speeding up things and for the sake of humor. But that doesn't mean that I don't mean what I'm saying. The core of what I'm saying, I do still mean it. But for these reasons, and yeah, I will probably be a little bit more vocally exotic. All right, when it comes to what I'm gonna say. So yeah,
example like Dragon
if that sort of things kind of triggers you, well, go fuck yourself, I guess. I don't know. Go be a fun boy somewhere else. I don't know, or a fun girl. Obviously, having watched my previous streams, you obviously know that I'm not a fan of this game anymore. I don't enjoy it, and I do enjoy shitting on it. I might enjoy it in the future, who knows? But right now, it deserves every fucking bit of criticism it gets. At this point, I would say probably even a bit of the toxicity it gets. It does deserve at this point. Which has to do mostly with how it is handled by the developers and how Yoshi P can't seem to get his fucking ass out of his head. Or the opposite, if you're not kinky enough. But yeah.
Dragoon and characters like that don't have the full dragon stuff expanded until way later. And why are we expecting new players to get to way later? The game needs to be fun immediately, not after 100 hours. People don't have that much time to dedicate to an MMO. Maybe it becomes better if they don't like it.
Yeah, they don't have time to dedicate to an MMO, which also means please fucking scale your content, because maybe I just want to do it all with a friend. Maybe I want to raid Savage with 1 or 2 friends. Fuck you, scale it. I don't have time to look for people. I don't have time to form a fucking static. You know what? I actually do. But I'm an exception, because I'm no-lifing. And even I am fucking sick of that fucking, design philosophy.
It immediately, right? You can expect people to do that. So I feel like the game is shunning a lot of new players. And the problem is that veteran players have this survivor syndrome or whatever the fuck is called. Survivor bias, I think. Survivor bias when you're gonna like, oh, I powered through it. So if you can't, then maybe the game is not for you. Like that's toxic.
Yeah, that is toxic. I agree. That is actually toxic. Yeah.
As fuck, and just because you went through something that you didn't like doesn't mean everybody is required.
Plus, it creates like Final Fantasy creates FOMO. Has this survivor syndrome that he's talking about. I will assume him. Correct if I'm wrong. Sorry. But I think him probably. But also not only FOMO and the survivor syndrome, but also the fucking what you call it, sunk cost fallacy. It creates that like immensely, and especially with housing and it being a sub game. Like Jesus fucking Christ.
Hard to do it, otherwise they cannot play the game. That's ridiculous to say. It's pretty stupid in my opinion. So the story is very long. How to fix this? The story should be fixed in this way, in a lore friendly way. You know that the now
I will not. I will not bother with the suggested fixes for this. I am a bit curious, but I think more so than Jackasin, I am. I dread going into story specifics and how you would fix it. All I would say is trim, trim, and consolidate. Like for real. Quantity over quality is the current way they operate. And that's what has made the story so fucking unbearably long. They need to do it the other way around. It needs to be quality over quantity. Even if it means you get an expansion with no story progress, fine, focus on other things, restructure things, do a renaissance or something with your fucking game because it has potential, but Jesus Christ, is it not utilized? So I'll probably skip with the story suggestions. And just like Jackason said, I didn't give a fuck about the story anyway. It's just a mediocre anime story. It's whatever. It it serves. If you don't like the word mediocre, fine, an adequate story, which I used to say. It still stands. It's adequate. It's whatever. It's serviceable. Nobody cares.
the Zodiac and Hydarin saga would spawn into Limsa, you should be able to choose which timeline to you want to go for. Oh, you don't want to do the high
So basically, like Guild Wars, then just pick immediately the chapter. Okay, cool enough.
you to start whenever you want, but the content locked behind doing main story quests, which is a problem
Yeah.
on its own,
Yeah, basically.
and you just can't go in without having to do the story. That's a giga fix that I would like to do, that I would like to see the game doing. That's for new players. Also, I don't like how they lock main story quest. They lock the content behind doing the main story quest. I understand why, because it makes sense. But way. So if you don't like that style of combat that they chose, then the game is not for you. I agree with that. However, I feel like we have lost a lot of new things that we used to get when we got a new expansion. In Stormblood, you get a lot of skills when you get to Shadowbringers. You get a lot of skills when you get to 70. You get a lot of skills when you get to 80 with Endwalker, and then or to 90, and then Dawn Trail. You go there, you level to 100, you get one final skill if you're lucky at 99 or 100, and then you get like three traits which are passives that nobody gives a fuck about. Like, you don't want to see the passive.
Yeah, because even the passives that they have are boring, and even the actives they have are boring. And you know what? It's actually right now, under these circumstances, right now, it's better that they're not introducing more skills. Because the game at this point has buttons which you need to press in order to press another skill, in order to press another skill, in order to do the thing you want in the end. Like there is so much busy work in the rotation. Like the rotations are definitely fucking bloated. You don't want more buttons, you want better buttons. Like they already have a better modeling with their like PvP stuff. Why don't they use that and start from there, start from scratch? Like literally. So many fucking buttons.
Passive being sure, some passive might be helpful and be really good.
These buttons are there to keep you busy during encounters, because otherwise your brain is gonna fucking melt out of your ears. For real. Because these encounters aren't even encounters, they're just choreographies. Honestly. And you're gonna fucking have a hard time liking the game if your gamer brain isn't being completely like, oh, buttons, yeah, I'm pressing in the right order, oh yeah, wow. They don't even do anything. All they do is like, oh, a bit of damage, a bit of more damage, and a bit of more damage over that, and then a big damage. Damage, nothing else. That's it. Goodbye. That's all you do. Literally, there's nothing interesting about it.
But what I want is that
Like zero interaction with your target, zero interaction in any meaningful way other than lowering their hit points.
my character from 90 to 100 gets at least 3 active skills, or four buffs, four new abilities, not 1 2 abilities and 3 traits. Like, I don't give a fuck about the traits. Those should be extra. They shouldn't be instead of. So I found it a little bit. Uh, I found it a little bit lazy that every class, like you know how everybody's excited like in the media tour when they show then they release the all classes gameplay, right? It's really everybody's going there. Oh my god, I want to see the new skills. Those are cool, but they're like one or two.
How are they cool? Like Samurai literally got like one extra slash, and then like half of them are not. They don't even do anything. Like literally just nothing. Reaper just got an extra damage button. Like Samurai got an extra damage button. Like this is, yeah, okay, whatever.
Which is really weird in my opinion. Now, I really feel at least maybe some classes got it better. I don't know because as you can see, I didn't do all of the classes to 100. Maybe some of them. I don't remember the video part of all of them. Obviously, maybe some of them get better ones, but for those that I tried, they don't get too much. Now it's cool. The Viper is I liked the Viper and I liked the Pictomancer as well. But those are new classes, so it's everything is new. It's more fun. But for existing classes, going from 90 to 100, it's kind of lacking. It feels like I don't have enough skills uh, to
You don't have
think.
enough meaningful skills. You do have enough skills, trust me. Like there's a vomit, a vomit bucket full of skills that you can press. Like if you're talking about quantity of things you can press, yeah, a fucking hugest quantity I've ever seen in my whole fucking MMO life. So many buttons that are like, my brain just refuses to remember the rotation anymore.
Oh, they're cool. Like there's to drool on. I don't have many skills. That's how it feels. Now, next one. Now, the expansion content is the same every expansion, and nothing new is being tried. That's the point.
Yeah, we know this already. We've discussed this. Like, it is a very legit point, but I'm not gonna listen to the same thing.
This shouldn't come out. Should come out on release. Those type of new things should come out on release. Contrary to popular belief, I think Eureka was really fun to do. If you think Eureka is was too grindy, you just never played an MMO, or maybe you're.
No, I disagree with that one. I do think Eureka is very grindy. I have played quite a few MMOs. Um, I do think Eureka is grindy. I do think it's grindy because they haven't made it enjoyable. It is so when you have a grind like Eureka or Boza, you're gonna dress it up nicely. Of course, it's an MMO, it's gonna have a grind. Yeah, Guild Wars also has a grind. Every MMO will have a grind. Yeah, because these are supposed to be time sinks, right? The problem with Final Fantasy is that like the dressing isn't interesting. It is literally what people are saying. Oh, here's another Eureka, go in there and grind. Oh, here's another fucking Boza, go in there and grind. And they don't even bother pretending that it's like, something interesting. I mean, they do kind of bother pretending, but like not enough apparently. I don't know. Because I felt like Eureka, what was unique about Eureka if you think about it? Just the element system. It turned out it was like more annoying than anything else. Um, then you have Boza. What's the system there? The system there is that like probably, to me at least, right? You don't have the element system, but you have like those weird boss fights, right? So that's a new thing, but that's all there is, honestly. So they took away the elemental system and they added like the boss encounters. I'd rather have the elemental system, I'm not gonna lie, because the boss fights are just more, it's more Savage style encounters, which you know how I feel about that. Like, I think the game has enough fights. I think the game is difficult enough. Adding more and more difficulty and more fights like that in that style, that's an L, in my opinion. That's a huge L. You've just run out of fucking creativity at that point. And the fact that the Boza raid also had a Savage version, like, come on, dude. Fuck off. Just let me do something for fun, right? Um, anyway, I don't agree that, like, yeah, I agree that it's not that grindy. It's not that grindy. It's very grindy for a sub-based MMO, and for an MMO that is like not pleasant to play in general, and whose combat system is fucking dated as fuck at this point and very slow and like sluggish or clunky, I guess. So that's why the grind is not as fulfilling. Because if combat was like super cool, and if there were different things to do, like, you know, the elemental system, which don't mean that you have to fight another enemy with like one-shot mechanics or whatever, which is fucking tired as fuck at this point, then it would be a good kind of grind. And then I would agree that, like, yeah, it's not grindy, but like when it is grindy and you're not bothering covering it up a little so that you can actually just, you know, keep the player interested, then I mean, Boza was even more grindy in the sense of like, if you're looking for those field reports, oof, good luck. It's RNG. So you're gonna stay there grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding, and then you have the stupid fucking skills or whatever, and you're grinding for those, and then you spend them on the raid, and yeah, I don't know. It's just not a good system in my opinion. Like the concept is good, but it's executed by fucking um, Yoshi's team, I guess. So of course it's gonna go wrong. Like what the fuck do you expect? But the grind itself in a vacuum isn't that horrible. It is horrible for a sub game, sure, okay. But in a vacuum where you don't take into account that there is a sub, right, and that things need to be a little bit more snappy, you know, and not take fucking ages. In that vacuum, it's not the grindiest thing I've ever seen. Having played some like weird free-to-play Asian games like fucking Aura Kingdom and some other shit that is dead now. It's not that fucking grindy, but this is a sub game. And honestly, fuck all those weird systems with like the skills and the boss fights and like who the fuck wants to see one guy fight a boss? Who the fuck wants to compete with other people to just be the person who will fight the boss? Like, why do I want to watch someone doing the cool thing? I want to do the cool thing. Like, just, you know, for example. And in this case, it's not even a cool thing because it's still one Savage style encounter, one more choreography full of fucking body checks. Don't, you know, nobody gives a shit about that, or shouldn't at least. Whatever.
Maybe you're a zoomer.
So under these circumstances, yeah, it is very grindy. It just feels so grindy because of these things. That's the problem. The grind itself, if that makes sense, isn't that grindy. That's true. You know, completing the areas, like getting the ranks, like, you know, the core grind system they have there. That's okay. But like everything around it makes it feel so fucking tedious.
That was nowhere as bad as everybody told me because I did Eureka
No, it's very bad, but like for the reasons that I said.
Boja. I know life the fuck out of Boja. Now I'm like different case. Obviously, not everybody wants to do that, but having these type of things that you can choose to do, so many variable things, so many.
But yeah, but like the problem is that all these variable things, first of all, they are way too many at this point. Like, and for a while have been to the point where like there is no focus because of course, like, you know, Yoshi's team's fucking vision of the game is to have something for everyone, like literally appease everyone. Casuals, hardcores, midcores, fishers, Boza fan, everyone, right? To the point where where the game is oversaturated with systems that are then abandoned as well, and that are completely unrelated to each other. Completely, it's just nothing. And they also are abandoned to the next expansion. It's insane. And they're abandoned not because something cool is gonna come out, so that you would say in that case that like, yeah, this expansion didn't have a Boza, which means that Boza still remains unique. For example, no, you're gonna get a new Boza. You liked Boza, you get a new Boza, buddy. There you go. Didn't you like Boza? Here's a new Boza now, and it's gonna be abandoned next expansion, where you get another Boza and another Boza and another Boza and another fucking fishing thing and another fishing thing and another dungeon, which is just a corridor. Like that's the problem.
Many extra avenues of entertainment that you can choose to do.
Also, I find your view of the word entertaining like very disturbing. You know, because you know there's a severe lack of fucking entertainment there. Because the core system is kind of like rotten at this point. It's fucking ancient. It's fucking ancient by gaming standards. So what exactly is entertaining? Clicking 2,000 times or something? What? Like, is using the interface entertaining? Is combat entertaining, like the way that it is? Is sinking down levels and losing your new abilities entertaining? What is exactly entertaining? The fact that you are like, oh yeah, Criterion dungeons, oh my god, so entertaining. What's so entertaining about them? For real, they're just literally just dungeons. Like literally just the same as dungeons, except harder, because the modus operandi of this thing is like harder, 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 harder. That's all they know how to do. That's it. Make things harder and people like go like, yeah, new content. How was Criterion different than any other encounter? How was fucking Boza different than Eureka other than the elemental stuff? How is like, all of that stuff, right? Palace of the Dead, how is that different from Orthos? It's just a different dressing. There's nothing else changed. But yeah, I guess entertainment for everyone, right? And entertaining to everyone as well. I don't fucking know, dude. Maybe I'm weird. Let's move on a little bit.
Dungeon, and then there's like some botanist nodes spawning in a loop. That's it. That's it, right? And then you have like some hunt monsters. I want more than that. I want secrets. I want secret places. I want secret mini dungeons. I want new different type of encounters. Like the Criterion dungeon was interesting, but
How was that interesting? Oh my god, okay. We lost
I'm
you,
pretty
but
sure the Criterion dungeon has a lot of issues of like nobody fucking does it because it doesn't give you that much.
yes, why nobody does it? It's not just the reward. It's not just the reward. Zakassin, it's not just the reward, buddy. It's that it's just another dungeon. It's just nothing. It trust me, if the content was fun, people would do it. Not for the reward, essentially, for the reward as well, because he is correct about that. Like the reward for what you do in Final Fantasy are shit. From level 1 to level 100, like I won't include ultimate raids because at least they give you the skins, right? But holy shit, are rewards underwhelming in this game. Like especially the more you lean towards the mid-core or casual, it's worse because you don't really get anything. I mean, I guess I'll be fair. In Savage you can get like the colored variations of the skins of normal, which in and on itself don't even start me on that shit. Why these are separated and why, you need to gatekeep even skins for fuck's sake, behind like increasing difficulties, which don't really do anything else other than artificially inflate a fight and bloat it, right? So, in general, I don't know, man. I'm just tired of talking about this game. Like, I see some people who are. I mean, let's go on.
Many rewards that are like really enticing. Uh, the game overall is becoming very casual friendly, very, very tourist friendly. You don't have to play the game to get everything. Like, what do you mean? You don't have to play the game to get everything. You can still get a lot of things without having to, there's no FOMO. But I feel like a little bit of
No, there is actual FOMO. There is even in PvP there is FOMO, like in conflict cosmetics and like whatever else mounts and whatever. What is that? Is that FOMO? Because that shit goes away. You lose it permanently. That's it. And you got a sub. Your house dropping is FOMO. You know? How is there?
FOMO is healthy. A little bit of FOMO is healthy for the game.
That's not a little bit though, buddy. Not a little bit. You know?
Like you need to be pulled a little bit. You need to be excited about something because otherwise, if everything can just eventually will come back. I don't feel like doing now. Eventually will come back.
But that's how it should be. That's exactly how it should be. When you say a little bit of FOMO, you're talking about cycled content with cycles in and out, not permanently gone. What the fuck is this guy on about? I'm starting to like really doubt what he's saying. Let me go on.
Savage or ultimate, but I don't wanna no life it. I just wanna occasionally try it. Nobody is at this level. People that do Savage and Ultimate are going to be doing it in.
Yeah, of course, nobody. I already know what he's talking about. I'll tell you later. I don't even have to tell you, but I can 100% see what he's saying. And he's right, because the increasing difficulty of the game has also increased the gap between player, categories. Because there's no way that you're gonna like casually waltz to fucking ultimates, and just fucking do it for the skin and be like, yeah, sure, I can do that. Yeah, let me just practice it for a couple of hours, have some fun with the guys, and then go back home and bring like a good weapon to show for it. Yeah, that was fun. Do it again next time. I'm gonna get another skin, you know. But no, and I know that making it too easy or too accessible would be a problem as well. So I'm not saying bounce from one extreme to another, but I am saying for sure rip it all down and start over, because like this difficulty system and the bloat of difficulty and bloat of encounters and the time gating and all that, like it's not the way to go forward. It really isn't. It really fucking isn't. And at the end of the day, if you have to choose between two lesser evils, two evils, sorry, you're gonna pick the lesser one. And in this case, the lesser one is to actually make it more casual. But I would say don't do that at all. Redefine your fucking encounter, design philosophy. Reinvent your shit. Because it's not working. It's creating this like weird thing where you will bounce from, oh, the casuals are crying, oh, the hardcores are crying, blah blah. And at this point, it's also impossible to do what I'm saying, because everybody who's ever still playing Final Fantasy is a fucking hardcore player at this point, you know? And you'll have these conversations often with people who are going to be saying, oh, yeah, we just casually went in and just did some ultimates. Yeah, no. That is somewhere between the lands of humble bragging, with not being alongside with not recognizing that you're actually made for this type of content, for this type of difficulty, for example, and this type of gameplay, and not being aware that that's what it is. Because if you tell me, for example, just walk in there, go take a skin, and come back, right? That's gonna be like probably a lot more fucking training sessions than I care to fucking power into this game at this point, you know. But there are people who will tell you, oh yeah, we had a group. We used ERP with this group, but then we kind of decided to go and raid, and we kind of like killed fucking top yesterday. Oh, okay. And how long were you practicing top? Oh, I don't know, a week. And you're like, okay, so what is happening there is that you're exceptionally good, okay, and you did find exceptionally good people. And if you think that there are no exceptionally good people who basically have an ERP background at this point in Final Fantasy, you're deluded. You're completely deluded. Trust me. Um, so yeah, I mean every static's fucking story, right? Every static story currently is like, oh yeah, these guys were into ERP, but then they decided to raid, and now they realize that they're actually good at it, and they vibe with the difficulty, and now they're a raiding guild. They're a raiding fucking group, a static. That's very common. That is actually very common. I know at least 3 groups that are like that, and they're one of the groups that like still stay in Final Fantasy, still fucking think it's going strong, still support everything it does. So you make the math of that, okay? You make the fucking math of that. But the truth is that anybody saying like, oh yeah, I just casually walked in, yeah, it wasn't that hard. Yeah, no, it was. But just not for you, perhaps. Or you're downplaying the effort, or you're trying to make it appear more accessible to others, or you're humble bragging, or you're flexing. There is no other way that you're doing it. I'm sorry. Like if you want the true definition of a casual player who is not really dedicated into this or that MMO, but actually is generally kind of good, actually kind of good in gaming, and just makes do. Here I am. Well, with this skill set, I did clear most of the savages, if not all of them, up until, if I'm not mistaken, like up until fucking Dawn Trail savages. I think I'm missing one fight from the tier before, like the one in fucking Yon Trail. Um, and it was a fucking. I had my fun, right? But it was a drag. It was a drag with A, not you. It was a hassle, and it did trouble me. And at no point would I say, "Well, damn, bro, I just casually went and farmed some ultimates with my ERP gang, bro. It's just all good, It's like that's casual. That's what everyone does. You just sit in Limsa, and then you decide to make a static. like some other people who just sit in Limsa all day and do nothing and never played the game before, other than for sitting in Limsa. And we killed top in like 1 week. Well, if that is a true story, then I'm sorry, but like you've struck a gold mine of like static members that they just didn't know they were good because they never tried it before, you know. But the usual case is that such teams are just not gonna hold. Nobody's casually killing ultimates. I don't think. Maybe the first two at this point, perhaps. Maybe? Question mark? But there ain't nobody just casually killing ultimates. Trust me on that one. So, yeah, difficulty is very much an issue. You know, if you just are a casual like me and you just want to log in for 2 hours with your friend Bob and your friend Jim and your friend like fucking Nancy and just the 3 or 4 of you or however you are, regardless of class, regardless of amount of people, you just want to do some stuff, you know, and get some loot and kill some creatures and, you know, wipe a couple of times and then win. And then you had fun and you'll do it again. And even if you run out of skins, you're just gonna do it again because you had fun. You know, maybe the fun you had will, you know, will incentivize you to find more people, and with more people, maybe that will incentivize you to maybe select a difficulty option that is more matching for you. You know, would you like this to scale to your team? No, not anymore, bitch. I got friends now. You know, that's a good way to do it. But like the opposite of like, oh look, this is so hard that it's gonna make your friends cry and quit. Good luck. And then your friends cry and quit. And then yeah, how is that fucking anyway?
A mega tryhard way, mega no life way. Gonna be like, oh, we're gonna sit on this like multiple hours a day, almost every day, or like multiple times a week. It becomes a fucking job. I don't want to have a job in a video game.
Exactly. I don't want to have a job in a video game either, which goes against what he said. That it's not grindy. It is grindy. You're not like Boza and all that. Either you're gonna accept that you're gonna finish it in 3 fucking years, or you're gonna accept that it's grindy. You know, that there's no middle ground. Either you're gonna say, okay, you know what, because you can't do it like with 2 hours, like, you know, 3 times a week. You're never gonna fucking finish Boza and the Savage Raid. It's gonna take you a year or two. At which point, isn't it grindy? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. And also keep in mind, I'm actually kind of tired. And so maybe I'm yapping a little bit too incoherently or something. I don't fucking know. But I hope that my points come across. And if they don't, well, whatever. You can laugh at me, I guess. I don't care. All these points are points I've made before anyway, far more articulate fashion than now. So I don't really mind if they fucking suck right now. So yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't. I don't want to feel like, oh, I need to do this from this guild. Okay, so never did it, and also never expected it from anyone. I tried to see if I could find that specific type of player. I couldn't find it. It is what it is.
Yeah, same story. It's a wonder that we found the people we found over the years, which were enough for us to fucking raid. It's a fucking wonder because either you're gonna make it a job, and I shit you not, most statics right now, at least from what I hear anymore, because I'm not in there anymore. But the latest fucking reports, let's say, that I had from like how statics function in this game, people who love Final Fantasy are gonna tell you, oh, it's nothing, it's no problem. Just go in there, go in LFG. You're gonna. There's definitely like there's groups that are gonna take you. Yeah, yeah, sure, buddy. Yeah, fucking with your fucking pocket static. Are you kidding me? Where statics actually demand that you're there like fucking 3 times a week, no matter what, for like this hours. They fucking they work off spreadsheets and like massive scheduling stuff and like it is like a job, like for real. Which is what happened back then in the day with World of Warcraft as well. Maybe still happening. I don't know, but for a hot bit there with World of Warcraft, it was like infamous for that. Literally infamous for that. And now Final Fantasy is also becoming infamous for that, apparently. Because even this guy, and even myself, and even Neris, for example, and even Sam as well, back when he played with us, we couldn't fucking stomach this shit. We could have, but we were like, that's not fun. We don't want a job, you know. And truth be told, that's what lured in like a lot of people in our static over time. That we didn't do it like that. We did organize on some basic level, but we weren't like having it as a job. Then again, double-edged fucking blade there, because then you get people who are slow learners or this or that, which again, it goes to show that you're not gonna just jump in LFG and do it. You're just not. And the only reason you're gonna do that now, currently as we're speaking, is because the only people on LFG are other people like you, who are fucking famished for higher difficulty and higher this and higher challenges and this and that, and they fucking fetishize that and they will love it and they wanna be there. And that's everyone that's left on LFG right now. Plus, the occasional fucking curious person, and plus, of course, the occasional fucking naturally gifted for this kind of content player. And that's your LFG right now. But to claim that you can just, as a casual, which I'm a casual, okay, again, I'm actually good at games, but I'm a casual, first and foremost. I don't really do them as a fucking job or something. I never rated like that, for example. Person like me, not a chance. Not a chance. And that's something that we tried to do. And that was right before we gave up. And we gave up because we tried to do that. Go figure, right? So then this person also confirms that, and people who are into statics and all that, and they themselves were trying to do stuff through LFG, they eventually ended up in a static. So let's not fucking shit ourselves here and say, oh yeah, Final Fantasy is absolutely accessible, and you want something more toxic from me? I'm gonna share my fucking battery acid with you, kid. So every single person that I've seen from Final Fantasy who's come to another game, let's say Guild Wars 2, right, and said, okay, oh yeah, I was me in raids, yeah, me in raids, I was fucking acing everything. Well, they come to Guild Wars, they can't fucking do shit. They can't do shit. But the mechanics are far easier, but you can't do shit, so what the fuck? They're seeing things, okay? So I'm sorry, but like, I'm not gonna take that bullshit of like people saying, oh yeah, you can casually. It's casual friendly. Don't worry. Like, let me ask you something. When you were a kid, right? And you went to a pool or something, and it had like the kiddie pool, right? Did you want to be in the fucking kiddie pool? No, you wanted to be with the fucking grown-ups and be cool and shit, hang out with the with the older kids, right? Because that's what was cool. You didn't want to be in the fucking normal version. You didn't want to be in the fucking tourist version, because the tourist version doesn't even have loot and it doesn't even matter, and it's not even the full story. I think. For the last bit. For everything else, I'm pretty sure. But no, either you're gonna be a fucking, I don't know, digital champion of fucking raiding. Weird title that. But anyway, you get it. Or you're gonna be in the kiddie pool. And people are gonna be like, oh, poor young kid, don't worry though, this game also has things for you. Yeah, poor little soul. Stay with us, huh? What do you say? Now come eat your porridge. And say your prayers to Yoshi P in Limsa. Fuck off. Fuck the fuck off. For real. Fuck the fuck off. With this fucking weird mentality. Anyway, let's just go on. And as I said, yeah, I'm gonna vent today.
But I feel like the percentage of player base that is playing the end game is very, 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 very low, and a lot of people are fucking doing nothing in Limsa, and or they are doing.
Oh boy, they are doing something, but you don't want to know what. There are other videos for that. Don't worry about it. For now, let's just say they're doing nothing, okay? In terms of gaming, let's say they're doing nothing for now.
Doing other things that I'm gonna touch a little bit later. First of all, let's before that, let's go to the crafting and gathering session.
Okay,
Specific section before, specifically the crafting. Now, the crafting was really good on Stormblood, and it felt great, as I told you earlier in the video. It felt great, like, oh, you need to grind your ass out, but when you get there, you're gonna make a lot of money because there's a lot of demand for stuff that nobody can craft. Not everybody can craft, right? So becoming a no-money crafter.
Yeah, everybody can craft it. The reason why it was being like ludicrous or profitable, sorry, is because people are bored of the fucking crafting system. You have to be unhinged to like the crafting system. So yes, another unhinged fucking sentence from me, okay? Or sentence that has to do with like who I consider unhinged in Final Fantasy. Main crafters, you're fucking unhinged. You are as unhinged as the previous guys I called unhinged, okay? And you're as unhinged as the next guys I'm gonna call unhinged, which are the guys who are fucking ocean fishing.
Is going to net you a lot of money because there's a lot of people that can
It's so boring that it has become profitable because sane people just don't want to waste their fucking time grinding this shitty crafting system that it has.
be bothered to do that. So it's too long, it's too annoying, too grindy, too weird. I don't know, too complicated. So the elite of people that make it to Omnicrafting are now being rewarded for their effort by
Yeah, they're being rewarded by the other guys being punished. That's not how it should work. That is not how it should work.
getting easy money, or like at least like now it's easy, but it wasn't easy to get there, right? So that's a big reward and incentive of getting stuff to 100. After Shadowbringer crafting died, when Shadowbringer came out with the Crystarium deliveries and shit like that, it became a joke. Everybody was an Omnicrafter in a couple of hours.
Yeah, it's natural that this will happen because the moment that they made it more acceptable to kind of grind it, people were like, "Fuck you, bitches! I'm just gonna like craft myself. Fuck it." And that shows you how fucking stupid the system was. That the only thing keeping fucking crafters being profitable was literally how fucking tedious it was to go through it. That's not how games should work, dude.
Especially if you had a little bit of money piled up. 3 hours, 2 hours done, everything 100, everything 90. And now you have this flooding amount of Omnicrafters, not even just one crafter, Omnicrafter, every fucking crafter class maxed out by everybody. So we got into this new era of dog shit marker board war with people constantly undercutting, people destroying the prices of certain items, people undercutting with fucking third party tools. We're going to talk about that. Third party tools. And it became frustrating as hell for.
Wait. I hope that you're saying that about third-party tools, not in regards to not automated actually, but macros for crafting, because without macros for crafting, ooh, nah, you're looking at brain damage. You're looking at brain damage. I'm not even joking.
For someone that used to care about and have pride into like us saying, oh shit, nice, I am an Omnicrafter, now I can make money because I went through the journey of leveling everything to no. And then the Billy over there just logs into the game and goes from 1 to 90 for every class in like 3 hours because he had like 10 millions gathered from like I don't know, treasure maps, let's say, and then he pops in, does that, buys all the mats that he needs, farms everything. He had like 100 out of 100 lives or whatever the fuck they're called, the lev quests. It does all of them, and then it does the Crystarium delivery.
All right, just to be clear, it's not gonna be that fast anyway. I know because I went through it fucking twice. But anyway, it's not that fast because it's time gated and it's gated by some resources and some shit that you have to buy the books with the recipes and like whatever. It wasn't that fast. It took a while. It wasn't like 3 hours or decide you're gonna be Omnicrafter and everything in 3 hours you're an Omnicrafter. It's not like that, no. That said, with factoring in like macros, again, not AFK macroing, but like just macros, factoring in macros and fighting back the archaic fucking user interface and all that shit. Yeah, it's faster than manually because manually crafting, manually going to 100 crafting, oh boy, that is literal fucking brain damage. Like you have to be unhinged completely to just want to do that. And I pity people who did that without a macro. Like I literally fucking feel sorry for you. I don't know. And I know that you're screaming like, don't feel sorry for me. I enjoyed it. Blink one for help. That's what I'm gonna say. Blink once for help. You don't have to pretend anymore. You can be free. I can help you. I can help you be free.
deliveries, and there you go. And Billy now is an omnicrafter like you. And now Billy is making the same item that you're making because the crafting is not even complicated. Just download a macro from online, and this macro is 100% with this stats, and you need this material. Okay, good, boom, good, boom. Now I do that too, but the amount of people doing that is astronomically larger to the point where now it's trivial.
That is because the fucking crafting system is trash. You can't blame the macroers. You can't blame the people. But you can blame how shitty it is. Because on paper it's amazing. Oh yeah, you can be a main crafter. It's so fucking convoluted and fucking complicated that being a crafter is something that will keep you busy so much that you won't even have time to PvE. So you become a fucking crafter. Yeah, on paper it sounds amazing. You main a crafter. So amazing, right? It used to be a selling point for fucking games. No need to fight monsters. You can just be a trader. Yeah, that was in the fucking 90s. That was in the fucking 90s. Like, oh,
Everybody's an omnicrafter, and if you're not an omnicrafter, it's because you fucking hate leveling up those, and you don't give a fuck about the money. It's like, okay, I don't care, I can make money somewhere else. But yeah, it's really bad that it doesn't feel rewarding anymore. Sitting there farming, like crafting billion items, wasting your time crafting million items that used to be valued quadruple the amount, and now you are fucked because
there's another problem. Who is going to pay for your stupid items? Because your stupid items, I bet, are stupid expensive. Because you're making money of them. But how is the adventurer going to make money, right? With a sweat from his brow, I say. Welcome to, what was the city called? Fuck it, I want to make a Ryan something joke with Bioshock. Forget that shit. What I'm trying to say is, dude, there is no other way to make money anyways. So where do you think that money is coming from? Because it's sure as shit is not coming from raiding. It's sure as fucking nothing rewards you in this game. That's what I'm trying to say. It brings us back to the other matter. Because if people could get some steady money, and no, don't fucking say treasure hunts. Do not fucking say treasure hunts. You're unhinged. I have been that person. Do not say that. You're fucking unhinged. It's the same thing over and over and over. It's the definition of fucking madness by Far Cry standards, okay? You're gonna go fucking. You're unhinged. If all you do is fucking maps, you're unhinged. So where's that gold gonna come from? Nowhere. You can't make gold in this stupid game. Not for the prices that the crafters are asking. That's why everyone started becoming a crafter the moment it became more accessible. Do you see how much of a fucking shit show this game has become? Like, it's stupid shit on top of each other, and it has reached a point where it's like a fucking tower of shit bubble. Okay?
because everybody's selling the same thing as you, and you can't even sell it sometimes. They're undercutting constantly. I don't want to do that. So after Shadowbringers, yes, I kept getting everything to max because that was something I like to do. But crafting is dead. Gathering is okay, but gathering never made that much money anyway. Crafting is giga dead compared to how it used to be. Oh my god! But I am making a lot of millions on day one. Yeah, no shit. Me too. But that's not the point. The point is that everybody's an omnicrafter, and it used to be more prestigious. It used to be more
Are you fucking gatekeeping? Fuck off.
to do everything. There's a lot of mods doing a lot of weird shit.
Right at the fucking place that I needed to be. That's where I landed. All right, let's hear it.
Like changing your appearance, changing your how the character looks, how the character behaves. Free Fantasia. You can also use.
Whoa. It's not free Fantasia because it will never. So, free Fantasia, right? Changing your appearance legally in that way, let's say, within the game's rules, it still is more prestigious than. Like, I wouldn't consider, under any circumstance, mods that change your appearance. Because, like, okay, you can argue that, like, Mario at this point is, like, very popular and everyone has it. So at this point, You could argue that a little bit, yeah, okay. But at least when I was playing, okay, at least like, let's say not when I was playing, let's say 1 year ago, 2 years ago, it wasn't as widespread. And so you couldn't call it a free Fantasia because if you wanted to change your appearance for others to see that, they didn't have Mare, not everyone had Mare, it still counted. And I think it still fucking counted. I wouldn't say that it replaces Fantasia or the usage of, because there's also the feeling that under the layer of like condensed like critical mass of mods that makes you look like a fucking mutated baboon at this point, there is still your character as it was, and you know it, and just knowing it, sometimes you want to change the core of it. Sometimes I wouldn't say that it replaces Fantasia, but I understand the argument though. Like, yeah, I get it. I get it. Some people do view it that way. They're like, whatever. My friends can see me on Mare. I don't care. If I want to change my appearance, I'm gonna use Mare. Yeah. So that's lost money for Fantasia. The question is, why is there fucking Fantasia in the game? Because it's a sub game, but this thing costs money in a shop. Don't even get me started.
NSFW mods to enhance the RP, the ERP, and the ERP community is the main reason why, not the main reason, but one of the big reasons why it's not even worth crafting anymore. Why would it's not? That's the main. That's where the
Wait, the ERP community is the reason why it's not worth crafting? That's an interesting point. Okay, I'm interested.
money is. That's where the money is. If you go check the actual rates per hours of some performer.
Oh, in that way, so that people are wasting money on that. Yeah, I mean, I bet that people in Final Fantasy are unhinged enough to be paying for fucking ERP, to be paying for those performances, as Jack has. If you're paying for performances, quote unquote, you're fucking unhinged as well. You're also unhinged as much as the other guys, the ones I mentioned earlier. You're just as unfucking hinged. You're paying for that shit. In Final Fantasy, that's the detail that's missing. That last bit there. In Final Fantasy, you're paying for that? Oh boy.
We're using those mods and doing like ERP. That's way more money than you could ever make time efficiently, time wise, like efficiency
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the
But that comes from another problem. That comes from the problem of like the economy being completely in shambles in Final Fantasy. That's where it comes from, because there has been like so many people with so much insane amounts of gold that, like, of course it's nothing to them to just be casually throwing like 20 million at someone for some fucking ERP session. And it gets so much worse, by the way, because it's not uncommon that somebody will go for favors in real life. Oh, buy me McDonald's today and I'll ERP. That kind of thing. You think that's not happening? Think again, buddy. It is insane. For real.
time. Speaking of that, it's way more efficient than just farming everything or like clearing everything.
Yeah, of course. At this point, the moment that the first person said, hey, I have like 50 billion gold at this point, um, tell you what, you jerk me off in game, I'll pay you like 10 million. And that sets the precedence, and now the prices are like, what? You're like, what the fuck? And so if you're a legitimate like crafter or whatnot, and you're trying to make a living in Final Fantasy, you're now fucking devastated, because not only is nobody gonna give you gold, not only are people going to make their own items, but there is no gold circulating anyways, because it all goes into fucking ERP. Mm, yeah, cool.
Or crafting anything and selling anything. It's way more efficient because all you need to do is just RP, and then you're getting like 250,000 gills an hour or something, and you just do it for 2 hours, and now or maybe more depending on the but what I'm trying to get at is mods. Besides the ERP, I don't give a fuck about ERP. The problem that I have with mods is besides people cheating in Ultimate and stuff, or people cheating. legitimately, with like an AI TTS that it's telling you, beware, move now, disability is happening. Cool.
Yeah, but have you ever considered why people are using these modes? It's because these encounters have become extremely unfun and extremely fucking uncasual. So what do you think they're gonna do? That's what they did in World of Warcraft. What do you think they're gonna do? Like, come on, buddy. Hey, Kaori, what's up? I've been sitting on Final Fantasy for 1 hour and a quarter, and I have loved every single moment of it because I finally let out a little bit. Ah, but I had a far more important stream for that. I enjoyed that one, even though it made me sad in the end. Because yeah, it's an interesting one. But yeah, that one was like 3 hours. It was pretty interesting topic, I have to say. It was about polyamory. It was about being polyamorous, and you're sleepy. You stayed up a bit too late. Yeah, what have you been doing up late, Kaori? What's up? Why have you been up late? You shouldn't have shared that detail. Decided to finally play a little bit of Silent Hill 2, see what it is about. Ah, Silent Hill 2 is great though. Yeah. No, I absolutely fucking understand that. I fucking understand that. That's great, actually. Like, I'm not sure how far Silent Hill 2 drops from the original Silent Hill 2, but no matter what it is, it's still Silent Hill 2, so it's still gonna be good anyways. Even if it's like, oh, the original did it better or whatever, nobody cares. It's still Silent Hill, you can still enjoy it. Yeah, yeah, I imagine so. It's one of the games I want to play once my PC build is done. Which right now, Kaori, honestly, the reason why we haven't finalized like the components and everything is what's going on with fucking Nvidia and AMD. Like, what the fuck is going on? They're losing their minds. They already announced the specs of the RX cards. If you're talking about the AMD new ones, they already announced them. But there's no benchmarks because we need to wait a week, and then there will be benchmarks, which means I can't buy. Which fucking sucks because it means I can't build a PC, which means I can't stream the games that I want. You never know how it will go. You need 2 or 3 weeks for people to get their hands. Yeah, of course, of course. I wouldn't even say 2 or 3 weeks. I would say like whatever, 1 week. They will know everything in 1 week. People are so fucking ready with this shit. And you know what? These cars have been sitting in stores since fucking 5 months ago or something. Anyways, so it's gonna be very interesting what happens. And the thing is, March 6th they become available, so like at least a week. Yeah, something like that. That's what I'm thinking as well. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And it's good to wait. It's good to wait until then at least because you never know how fucking Nvidia is gonna react to that. Like, are they gonna lower the prices? Are the shops, are the retailers going to lower the prices? Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? All I know for a fact is that at this point, if somebody came and said, you know what, it's a conspiracy and they're working together, and the intended purpose is to make the 5080s seem like 5070s, so that actually AMD can step in and get a bit of that money, so we create this good cop, bad cop thing, and people still go for the 5090, the true enthusiasts, and that benefits Nvidia as well, because that's what they're trying to do anyway, like push the 90 series, you know? If somebody came to me with that theory, I would say, yeah, that sounds fucking, at this point, that sounds fucking reasonable. I'm not gonna lie. And that way they also avoid looking like, making it look like a fucking monopoly as well, because nobody likes that. So if somebody came at me with that theory, I would say, yeah, okay, at this point, I would believe it, yes. And the retailer is scalping so much. Like the retailers trying to outscalp the scalpers so that the scalpers don't outscalp the retailers is such an endless fucking cycle of bullshit. The only thing it hurts is basically first the consumer, and second in the long term, which I'm pretty sure that you know they probably can see at this point. I hope so, at least. It's also gonna hurt the company as well. Because then the company is going to react by making it more expensive to begin with, because they're going to see that the scalpers are losing money to the retail scalping, which means that they're going to be like, okay, well, we decided now the MSRP is like fucking double that, fuck it. And it's going to reach a point where it's going to fucking explode. At this point, it's going to fucking explode for real. But the problem started with the 4090. The problem started with the 4090 because it gave precedence. Up until the 4090, I would actually argue that people were kind of avoiding the 90s, the XX90. They were going for the 80 model. But with the 4090, like it was so good. The performance that card is so good. That card is so fucking good that people actually went for it, and I think that's what led Nvidia to be like, okay, we gotta get the next 90 model as well. So the 5090. How to ensure that? Fucking nerf the 5080. Make it look like what a 5070 should be. Or maybe I'm going crazy. Who the fuck knows? Maybe I've become one of those old ladies that are like sitting on their porch on a rocking chair. And they go like, "Oh, those damned Nvidia boys! They fucking fucked the market up," or something like that. I don't know. With 50 cats around me, you're gonna be one of those cats. You're gonna be my favorite cat. You have your special place, your special like feeder or something. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. It's a shit situation with building PCs right now. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, you should have told me. I should have literally sent you the 2080 Aorus Extreme I got. I would have sent you that thing if you wanted. We could have like made a deal right there and then, and it would have profited me as well. Damn you, Kaori, sleeping with the enemy, huh? I see. Yeah. But now, okay, that's cool though that you upgraded. When it's time to push my PC parts, I'm definitely like this 2080 that I got. I'm definitely gonna push that for sure. There's no way that fucking piece of hardware is gonna go for its original price at this point, if not more. We'll see. You will be delighted to know that I will be changing my camera to one that is actually a little bit more appropriate for streams. Yeah. So I will be using it more. And I know what camera I want. I know which one I want. I saw it, a friend actually showed it to me. And I was like, yeah, that one actually looks pretty cool. Like the contrast, all the auto features aren't busted as fuck. Because this one is very problematic, I'm not gonna lie. Why do you think I have to have it on awkward angles? It's not just that I don't have a stand. It's that it behaves very awkwardly despite of the settings, or regardless rather of the settings. when it comes to lighting. And it has a weird kind of it's a little bit weird fisheye, fish lens, whatever you call it, effect that it has, which I cannot unsee. Ever since I fucking noticed it on OBS, I was like, oh my god, that thing is like, nah. I'll still try to use it, of course. I mean, look here, here I am. Look at this. We look at how. Hmm, zoop. There you go. Hi. But yeah, I'll still try to use it, of course. But just not today, I think. Because today I'm just screaming. Today I'm screaming. I'm molding today. Today I'm fucking molding. Oh god, and I don't even know why. Ah, whatever. I think I'm molding before because of the video that we watched before. Because yeah, it was, I don't know, it was whatever. And of course, there's always like this shit. But I'm almost out of this.
Done off. So shit like that. Like cactus or whatever the fuck is called. I'd never used those. I always cringed every time anybody mentioned them. So the problem with the mods is that you can connect the mods to this like internet system, to this like online system, and sync the mods with the other guy over there that is using mods as well, and that way you can see everybody else's mods.
We already know, buddy, you're late to that dance.
Even say, oh, but that's just for me, I am doing it on my own.
No, 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 no. Moving on. I don't want to talk about the mods. I'm gonna fucking fume.
30 minutes of war against like Billy that it's undercutting you every time you put your shit up, and that's really bad, right? Why would I do that? Let me just go do ERP. So,
Hmm. You're not wrong though. Like, yeah, might as well at this point. Just fuck it. Might as well at this point. Fuck everything. I'm gonna become like an ERP main. I don't care. Hmm. Okay, let me allow it to roll a little bit more.
that is mainly all I have to say about the game. I fucking hate, despise the fucking mods. They shouldn't be in the game. They actually actively killing the game because
Okay, hot take. Agreed. Hot take. Fucking agreed. It's too late? Yes. But I agree. But it's too late.
you are not seeing your character as your end game stuff or your cool outfit. You are seeing whatever the fuck you modded in with your gigantic boobs, ultra wide hips, and your thick thighs, and you're looking like a Viera. You technically are a Viera, but you're looking like a character from Second Life with
Yeah, no, you know what? Yeah, okay, listen. I'm a fan of looking at pretty things, okay? Which is also why I have two mirrors in my home. But let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the fact that I agree. Even though I'm a fan of looking at nice things. Yeah, no. It's like I'm laughing because wait a minute. I'll tell you why I'm laughing. Because the moment that he was saying this, I was thinking like, okay, wait, you see me here, right? Also, weird lighting again. You see what I mean? But like, let me try to do something for that. A little bit better. It's purple, right? So it's like, okay, mods off, right? Mods on is immediately like, here's a die. Here you go. Here you go. Mods off again. It's like that is like fucking Final Fantasy right now. Oh god. Yeah, no, it's like yeah. Okay, cool though. Going on.
different eye colors, fangs, piercings, crazy hairstyles, 3D models of like different items or like slot items, slot mugs, whore outfits, whatever. Even not sexual stuff, like cool armor from another game. Like it makes no sense to me. It destroys completely. Why would you even play the game at that point? It's beyond me. I'm not that type of player, and that's why
You don't understand. You don't fucking understand.
that combined with the economy, that combined with the game being the same in the past like 3 years, I am now fucking burned out. There's nothing for me in the game, so I am not playing anymore. It's very simple. If the game is fun, I play. If it's not fun, I don't play. So sorry for the long video. This is why I'm not playing the game. This is why I quit. I will continue to quit until the game becomes
You will continue to quit? Damn. Okay, that is a strat.
better. And if you don't believe me, right? Let's say you say, "Oh my god, you are such a negative Andy. Oh my god, what the fuck? If you just don't like the game."
No, he's not. He's not negative. He's not being a negative Nancy or anything. To be honest, I agree. I agree with a lot of his points. Yeah. A lot of the issues will be there with mods or without. Yeah, that's true. It wouldn't change. Yeah. No, I agree with that too. But I'm also agreeing with the mods part. But as I said, it's like, so the mods are like, if the game's okay, let's put it this way. Shadowbringers, right? End of Shadowbringers, somewhere there. Game was fun. And finding out about mods made it more fun for a lot of people, because now not only was the game good, but you could also look fucking good, right? And you could also jerk off to like, other people who also look good, as opposed to looking mildly good, which is the vanilla game, okay? So in that instance, you can say like nobody cares because they're a bit of nice spicy sauce on top of a nice plate of a good dish that you can, a delicious dish that you can just taste, right? Now it's just a pile of dog shit, but on top of it, the best seasoning ever right now. The best seasoning ever. Mods have evolved to the point of incorporating your fucking vibrator. Let me tell you. So, yeah. Anyway, enough of this guy. Shit, honestly, but it's time to go into another fucking thingy that I wanted to watch with you. And I'm eager to take that out of the fucking way, which is this. We're gonna watch some scenarios of martial artists fighting in those scenarios anyway. And I'm very curious what we're gonna see. That looks like a casual. This is literally Limsa. This is the unmodded guys, and these guys are all like fucking modded to high heaven. And this is the Viera. They're gonna date tonight. All right, cool. This is like the guy with no mods at all. This is the rating group with like the quality of life mods. This is the no mods at all, and this is like the fucking elite. They pay for those. They pay commissions, right? And this is the courtesan. This is what's going on. So we're gonna see them fight apparently, and I'm curious what my eye is gonna catch on this one. My eye, which has not feasted on martial arts material for ages now, and so I'm curious. What am I gonna fucking see and look at? So first, let me check the sound. Is that too loud? I mean, it's only loud because the soundtrack is fucked, right? Let me go somewhere where they talk.
House full of knife attackers and facing a
Yeah, it's good. It's good. All right, let's fucking watch. I'm not gonna comment on this shit because, like, the initial stuff that they showed, because I'm thinking that's kind of like a demo reel.
I've been telling you about me.
Honestly, this felt literally the same feeling as being called out to a fight. You're still stressed. It's like the same type of stress.
Is that Jeff Shid?
Yeah.
You gonna let me in? Yeah. Some free drinks? Sure. You drink.
What do you mean the drink? Who the fuck did that? You let me in? Fuck yeah! I could have written the dialogues.
Some free drinks? Sure. Here, you drink.
You drink. The other guy, nah, fuck that guy. You drink, buddy. The other guy, fuck him. We let him in just for fun. All right, so
Some free drinks? Sure. Here, you drink.
nobody. Okay, okay. Is this part of the demo reel still? You think? Did you see that guy fucking enraging? What's this?
You drink.
Look at that guy is fucking enraging. He activated his demon core. Like you see your body and somebody accidentally spills the drinks and you go like, oh. Ah. Yeah, that's yeah. Damn. Okay. Meat killing people. Immediately starts fucking killing people.
The moment shit hits the fan, adrenaline kicks in, you feel like you're in a bar fighting for your life.
Pretty hard
I mean, technically you are in a bar fight.
to defuse a situation when a bloke punches you in the head.
Welcome to the Ultimate Self-Defense Championship.
Okay, let's see. Ah. Okay, alright.
After attempting to escape a warehouse full of knife attackers and facing a self-defense awareness challenge, our 6 contenders from different
Yeah, I don't think I would like to watch them escaping a warehouse. This is far more interesting to me.
martial arts backgrounds were soon going to learn that their next challenge was a bar scenario, which they were going to be entering one by one, with an assigned performer playing their friend who was going to get them into all sorts of trouble. While in order to get the best score and to get closer to becoming the ultimate self-defense champion, each contender will be judged not only by their fighting abilities, but also on how well they will be able to use their environment.
You know what? No, I'm gonna comment once this reel is done and it actually goes into it.
And objects around them, a crucial self-defense skill, and by their attempts in de-escalating every situation.
Let's be real. There is not gonna be a single attempt of de-escalation, isn't there? Like everybody's gonna be like, everyone's like, okay, spin drinks. Push my girlfriend. There's not gonna be any de-escalation in this. Like, just you already know. Like that guy was going Saiyan over there. There's not gonna be any de-escalation.
As each one of them will be going through 4 different scenarios, starting with a de-escalation.
This guy is my spirit animal at this point. This guy is my spirit fucking animal. This is. I can only hope. To I aspire, if I'm ever in a situation like this, where I will go and just awaken something. Anyway, let's go on.
Challenge, which you already saw MMA fighter Jeff Chan at the beginning of the episode failing significantly by
Oh no, he released the beast, but in the end he went right into the trash can. Like, quite fucking literally.
striking without being adequately provoked.
I would never actually do that in real life. I thought it would be the same scenarios where we're just de-escalating the situation. I think I'm gonna lose anyways. I may as well make it entertaining and fun.
Little did you know,
That sounds like an excuse.
though, that the following scenario will not even have an option of de-escalation.
Got your back.
Are you fine?
Fine, I'm fine, yeah.
All right, so listen. If somebody came to me, if I was seated next to a lady like that, okay, I don't think I would immediately chat her up like this. Not until I give it at least like 10-15 minutes to check like if they're looking for someone, if somebody is coming. I would not like initiate contact like that this immediately. Like the way that he sat there and went like, yeah, you're okay, yeah, okay, are you okay, yeah, we're cool, and start talking like that, because, you know, It's possible that somebody who might be a little bit tipsy, for example, can confuse this for hitting on the person or whatever, you know. Standing so close to that person is already very confrontational, by the way. They are standing way too fucking close already. And if that is contact that I saw there, that is already... if that is actually contact, let me see. Yeah, that's contact 100%. So if that is contact, at this point, you can expect this guy to be very agitated. Like, trust me, this guy is way too close to him, and there is already contact. At this point, I would say that the guy with the white helmet would probably justifiably react somehow. I wouldn't, but I see it coming already. Like, if I saw this going on, I would say, okay, these two are gonna fight. Like, why the fuck are you... So, here's the thing. You don't simply casually lay arms on a person. You don't lay arms like that. Like, how are you... Your own arm is now busy controlling the other person's arm. But you're very open when you're doing that. You don't want to be touching a person if it's not a planned thing. You know? Like, if you're gonna touch him right here, you better fucking initiate something. Don't just casually touch people. What the fuck? Like, are you really trying to push his arms together and push him far from you? Like, nah. Whatever happens to the guy in purple helmet, he's fucking... he deserves it right now. And of course, the guy slips his arm because this is not a hold, this is nothing. Why are you fucking putting your hands on the other guy if you're not already securing him? Just to touch him, like, what the fuck? Of course he's gonna slip his arm through and he's gonna punch you in the face. Which, yes, that just happened. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it in slow motion. To distill every single detail. So, yeah. Already, you should just have... My god, you should either move to the left or to the right, or stay where you are. Stay seated where you are. And this is the biggest mistake right now. That was the easiest response there. Like, yeah, what are you gonna do? Hold his arm? And they go in a hold there, okay. How are you not expecting him to punch you so fast? Of course he will. I would not go for this. I would not go for this. Right there, he had like the advantage with punching. I'm not quite sure why he stopped there. Why he decided to go for that. He could have just literally kept punching. It would have a more devastating effect because the other guy is clearly unprepared, as he himself said. But by clinching like that, he gives the purple guy the opportunity to use his knee there. You know, this can be quite dangerous with furniture around. Goes for the takedown, okay. Now, here's the problem. If the guy with the white helmet has friends, you are fucked. If you go for the cleansing there, you're fucked if that guy has friends. That's why you also don't do that. You don't go for that. Like, you're fucked because your whole body is occupied with the other guy's body, and now you got 3 people above you just fucking kicking you in the back and then your fucking kidneys and your fucking ass and your legs and your head. Oh, hey, look, that's exactly what's happening. And now you're fighting this guy, and this guy can kick you in the nuts if he wants to. He just doesn't for some reason. I would. Without question. Why did this guy even try to get up? Just fucking kick his legs and make him fall or something. What the fuck are you doing? Anyway, they all fall down. And still the purple guy is just nah. Oh, I wonder what the scoring is. Okay, now I need context. Wait, now I need context so playback speed is gonna like let's normalize it again.
Each contender's good and bad decisions
Of course, that's a bad decision because that was like nothing
in
there.
relation to self-defense will be assessed after each scenario. Jeff Chan showed outstanding fighting skills and made the right decision standing up when the potential attacker approached, as he would have been more vulnerable to being attacked while sitting.
The point of remaining sitting is the escalation, though. Honestly, I don't see why you would immediately stand up. Right? Like if you're gonna stand up, okay, create some space. That's why I said like go either to the left or the right, but not close to the guy, or just stay seated. Just stay seated and be like, okay, you know, that's my mistake. You know, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Yet
Whatever.
while he was aiming to have bicep control, a good approach of defending from strikes in mixed martial arts, his control was not strong enough, as the strikes
Yeah, that's what I said. Like the control is not strong enough. He was just literally resting. He was literally just trying to secure the guy's arms, but in such a way because he was also unsure. And that's part of the problem. He was unsure if the other person is gonna like attack or something, which means that he himself wasn't confident in securing his arms. That's why I said if you're gonna go for that, then you better fucking do something, because just leaving your arms there is not gonna do anything.
still passed through his hands. Jeff also made the crucial mistake of letting the potential attacker in too close, where he could have been easily headbutted.
I got a tip for you. Don't let no one get this close.
That's why a famous strategy known as the fence was developed by self-defense legend Jeff Thompson, where one of your arms
The fence, if this is like the tactic that I think of, it has some merit, yes.
always stays extended between you and a potential attacker. This
Yeah, okay, so it's basically, we had a lot of discussions with a friend of mine, John, the one who is now in Denmark, where he too was very fond of fending off somebody with your hand extended, making sure that that space is not gonna get violated, other than having your arm pushed back, in which case you are 100% certain of what's about to happen. At the same time, I wouldn't recommend literally resting your arm on your opponent. I would say just simply keep it extended if you want to, but like also back off a little bit. Like don't touch if you don't have to.
not only displays body language that communicates a desire to de-escalate a situation instead of a closed fist representing a desire to fight, but most importantly, it keeps the potential attacker far enough from you to give you enough time to respond to his attacks. Last but not least, while Jeff Chen showed some great clinching, knees, and a beautiful takedown, unfortunately, in a multiple attacker situation, that was not the best decision. As while Jeff was tangled down on the floor, the second attacker had ample opportunities to strike him at the back of the head.
Yeah, no, this type of MMA fighting should not be your first thought. This type of like, if you want to take him down, just fucking throw him. Just take him, but don't go down with them and stay there. Don't do that. Unless you know for a fact that there is no other person there.
Head, a very dangerous spot which can cause spinal cord and brain injury that could be fatal. And then finally, after Jeff dealt with the attackers, he was ready for the third scenario.
What is that guy wearing? What is my guy wearing over here? What's this? I have to see this. Is that, are they wearing? Is the tie and shirt is printed on? Okay, all right. I guess just for the show, just to simulate that they are basically bouncers, I suppose, security or whatever. Because otherwise, if that is like any other kind of choice, holy shit, it's cringy. But if it's for that, it's fine because you're supposed to know who the security is and all that. Why are they okay? So wait a minute, I'm confused. Wait a minute, they walk in, right? Why is this guy yelling? Like, does that ever happen? Why is this guy already yelling at them to move? What are they even discussing? What's the context? Like, nobody's gonna do that. The guy. Okay, I have to give points for that. All right, listen. If I was minding my own business, walking close to a pool table, and somebody with a stick, someone started going like, "Move the fuck away from the table! Move the fuck away from the table!" All right, I would probably be like, "Am I in danger from the table? Like, is there something dangerous going on with the table?" So I would probably actually move away. But if he was like still fucking going like that, and I felt I had to attack, that wasn't the worst opener I've ever seen. Oh, no, 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 no. Here we go again. Here we go again. Why are you taking the guy down? He's got friends.
Although striking first can be a valuable self-defense approach, if unjustified, it can lead to prosecution, leaving Jeff with a bad decision as not enough intent of a physical.
Also, the kick itself, it would be pointless to aim it at the chest there. I mean, aim it at the stomach or at the groin or at the thighs, the inner thighs, or at the knee or something. There's no need to go that high. And, if you make a mistake, you're, depending on like how close you are to the table, you might bang like your knee on there or something. I don't know. I'm not sure that it was necessary to go that high though. I assume that, I'm pretty sure that the narrator is gonna say that this guy was like unnecessarily offensive. However, that guy was acting so weird. Like, move from. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on this one. I'm not so sure how unjustified the first strike is, but like, weird though. Like, very weird interaction. So because of how unrealistic that interaction is, I can't really tell you if like that's legitimately unjustified. And the situation is surreal already. You're walking with your friend next to a pool table, not even like touching it, and somebody goes like, "Oh, move!" Like, I don't fucking know what's up. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's
Physical
weird.
confrontation has been shown before Jeff's initial attack, and despite demonstrating excellent fighting skills again, Jeff repeated the same mistake of going to the ground while dealing with multiple attacks.
And especially close to the table. Holy shit. Close to the table, accidentally banging your head on that, you're out.
Meanwhile, the other contenders were busy doing different things, yet Jeff Chan had one more scenario to go.
I'm tired of getting out of trouble.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna escape that. You're not gonna expect that. Okay, that was good.
Let's get out of here.
But the guy who took the fucking bottle to the head, that's it. Like, I don't think you can do anything about that.
Before it was time to see the performance of the next 5 participants, Jeff's final.
Yeah, it would be very difficult because it's from behind as well. Like, yeah. Like, the only way you could catch it, I mean, first of all, you wouldn't want, ideally, to have your back at the entrance. You would want, you would want to not be with your back at the entrance, so that you can see whoever is coming in, at least slightly, if you can help it. And they definitely could help it. The only way that he could have predicted this is basically the reactions of people who did see the guy coming with the bottle. if you can catch it, you can be like, what the fuck are they looking? You know, maybe it can save you. But let's go.
The scenario still needed to be assessed.
Did you even notice the glass bottles?
No, I'm
over the
clearly
head?
very non-observant from the first challenge.
I mean, no, it came from behind. How would you observe it?
Jeff Chan excelled at this scenario by being
That was a good
super
kick.
quick in responding and fighting efficiently, and although the amount of force he used could come into question, we would leave that for the jury to
No, it wouldn't be into question because a bottle can be like extremely lethal, especially if it breaks.
decide.
I'm not quite expecting to win. I'm gonna try my best, but like I know my odds. I'm a very honest person with myself, and I decided if I'm going to go through this season 2, I at least make it fun.
It's real sweat.
Bro, he's sweating.
We're done. It was fun though. It was a fun scenario. Don't be nervous.
Next up was Shaolin Disciples Ranton's turn. Yet although he had some great moves to demonstrate,
Overall, your favorite moment?
his personal opinion about his Shaolin fighting skills was not all that positive.
The reality of the situation is, and I think over 95% of people who practice Shaolin, deep inside, they practice it because it looks cool. This is even true for the monks. They don't spar. It's forms, acrobatics, flexibility. I don't know how to fight. I've never fought in my whole life. I never even practiced combat sports except I started a year ago.
At the same time, Ranton discovered something else at the Shaolin Temple.
After I graduated high school, I went to work in a bank. That was a disaster, so I quit. Didn't know what to do, so I was like, screw all this. I just want to leave everything behind. Yeah, so I decided to go to Shaolin.
Did you discover what you were looking for there?
Absolutely, yes, I found my wife. Thank God I thought of that reply.
Yet, if Ranton's Shaolin training will help in self-defense, we will find out in a moment.
Hello. Hello. Oh, my switch didn't turn on. I was just like, oh wow, this is cool. Hey, this is nice. Haha, this is fun. First guy talking to me, I realized it's Matt from season 1, so I was like, hey, you're Matt. Wait, I remember. And then I realized like they're all in character except me.
What Ranton didn't realize either was that there was a hidden trap in this challenge. As while the first attacker is causing a ruckus, the second attacker is spiking the drink with drugs, which
Whoa,
he
okay.
then offers to the contenders. Lucky for Ranton though, he refuses the spiked drink.
It's alcohol? It's haram, bro. I can't have that. I'm gonna have water.
Meanwhile, Jeff Chan didn't even have a chance to accept the spiked drink. As while the drink was being drugged, he took the attacker down.
That's off to a great start.
Hello. When your wife started talking to me, I thought she's not in the challenge and I didn't want to be rude to your wife. So I was like looking at her, saying things. I was also like, oh, I am in this challenge here. I should listen to what's going on. And then I realized the guy's like, you've been talking to my girlfriend. I'm like, what is going on? I'm not defending myself. I think I did like this. You gotta listen to the audio footage, but I think I'm giggling.
What a
Throughout
mess.
the entire event, I felt like I was a spectator.
Okay, so I can't take the guy seriously because he's just like whatever in this whole thing. The first guy I was taking it seriously. This guy is just playing around, so I can't really
I
gauge
wanted
like.
to see it all unfold. It was so well put together.
Oh, there we go. See what I said? That's why you don't fuck around like objects like this.
And so many people in so many corners.
So here's the problem. He stopped using this because he was afraid he might hurt this guy. But he shouldn't have stopped because that's how you basically de-escalate it, right? Because then the other guy would have no other option than to say, okay, you know. So up to here. So he covers his head and then he goes for this, which risky, but he managed it, okay. And now he clearly has space, right? And he has this. And he's holding it the correct way, because if it was the other way around, it would be useless. But these are dangerous. And then he proceeds to just give it to the guy for some reason, instead of like, you know, making it obvious that he's going to strike with it, as opposed to pushing with it. Like, what the fuck? And then that's it, he's disarmed.
I think I threw someone on the ground, but even then I like looked at them on the ground and I like did this to them.
Is this an average bar in Australia?
Throughout the 4 scenarios, Ranton made a lot of mistakes. Even though he started off by refusing the spiked drink, he then immediately turned his back to potential attackers. And during the second scenario, he stayed sitting and didn't properly defend.
To be fair, how would you know? Because, yeah, I'm paranoid enough that I would check what is happening. I wouldn't completely turn my back, but I'm kind of paranoid sometimes, you know? I'm kind of paranoid like that. Like, I don't know. So I probably would keep kind of looking. But like, you know, somebody who is not, then why would they, you know?
Defend only until a while later. Ranton then continued to clinch up and go to the ground with multiple attackers during all 3 scenarios. And even though he strategically used the chair for self-protection, a great decision in the moment, he let go of it too easily. Overall, not excelling at this challenge.
Give me the first season.
I switched sides. It's very difficult to get in the zone. I think that's my problem. It's hard to flick the switch though. I'm bad at that. It was really bad, okay? Don't hate me. Don't hate me. I just didn't turn on. It was rant off, okay? Not rant on for that challenge. Oh my god.
Good one. Okay.
Because I know it's not real. That's why, by thinking of it as a more not real thing, you need to know it, like your place spot. Gotta just do it and something spin you back.
You're gonna love it.
And then, it was UFC fighters Nathan's
I have no idea what's gonna happen, who's gonna attack me. Everybody's got masks on, which is a great way to mess with us. I saw the sugar packet go into the drink. Take sip, cheers.
Did you see what happened there with the guy sitting? He protects himself and then strategically immediately goes on the guy, and then now they're in the opposite situation where he can either leave or strike, which he does. And he's, as you can see, he's just standing afar, which is good. That was useless. That was completely useless. What you can do there, right here. This is hunting season for balls right there. This is fucking hunting season for balls. Of course, they're not allowed to do it, but honestly, that's the first thing you would do. Even if you miss the balls, you're going to hit the little bone at the back, like at the end of your spine. In fact, if you do that, there's a high chance you will probably injure them a lot more significantly than a fucking ball shot. To be honest, it's a disgusting feeling to be hit with force there. It's absolutely disgusting, and it can make you feel like you don't want to fucking do anything in your life again. The same with the balls, of course, but the thing is that, like, yeah, both are valid. Both are valid. Both are absolutely valid targets, and that's why that is not the way you want to be falling down. That is literally not safe falling, and you should practice safe falling and make sure that you're not unnecessarily exposing parts of you when you're hitting the ground. While also, of course, you know, dampening the fall if you can, which is the primary like function of this. But by doing so, it's good to practice not having your legs or arms flailing during that. Because if you want to have your limbs flailing, at least use the momentum to just like roll away or something, like clumsily kind of like roll away. But like just stopping and going like a fucking bear or something, exposing your butt, no, you're gonna get kicked in the nuts. Sorry, you're gonna get kicked in the nuts, perhaps more than once. Perhaps I'm gonna grab your leg and then like fucking keep kicking. Honestly, depends. This is catastrophic failure right there. Oh my god. But let me rewatch this, because I enjoyed that the guy was calm and stayed seated. He defended very nicely there, as best as he could. Yeah, no, that was good. You can see that he solves the issue with strikes. Even though he could have control of the arm, he goes for striking. He could have control of the arm right there. But no, he kept striking. Instead of going for like clinching and all that shit. Yeah, I would not kick somebody who is sitting like this. But he did. But it's fair enough because the guy was already out of it. But I would not do this. This kick would be dangerous. Because if that fucking thing gets blocked and you get pulled down, you're looking at all sorts of injuries, potential injuries, because he's going to pull you. You're going to slip and your knee is gonna maybe bang here. You're gonna fall very awkwardly. It's messy. It was kind of like risky there. The other guy looking at these guys, I would never focus on your guy. This is also highly unnecessary. This is highly unnecessary. It would be far more devastating to simply strike in a straight line on the ribs. There's no reason to like raise it, and you know, he wanted to do something fancy, he did it, okay, cool. But stomping him would have been far more effective, literally, and less dangerous. Also notice how he has gone like from the wrong side. All this guy has to do is literally extend his foot here, and this guy is gonna be seeing stars afterwards on the floor. It's awkward, even though this guy is clearly skilled. It needs polishing. That was weird. Okay. He body shots, and the other guy is kind of bamboozled there. But he covers himself, and this guy sees that clearly, but he still goes for that weird kick. That would be pointless. That did absolutely nothing. It was a huge waste and risky. But not because of the spinning. It's because he already saw that the other guy was guarding. There's no point in that. This is where this guy can literally fucking bull rush him and fucking destroy him mid-kick. He doesn't even see him doing his fancy shit, but this guy is ready. All he's gotta do is like literally ram him. Take him all the way to the bar, he's dead. Workout time to catch you later? Yeah, no worries. Enjoy. Don't kill people, don't fucking attack people, okay? Don't fucking go into bars and attack people, okay? But no, this guy is actually, he's legit. He's just like, out of all that we saw, he's the most legit so far. Oh, he fell down, but he got up quickly. But he fell down very awkwardly. But hey, okay, alright.
This motherfucker only put me in trouble.
Hey, did he actually fucking, let me see. So he's killing him with a knee here. And instead of striking more, he just calls for security. Points. Fucking points, dude.
This
yeah, fucking points,
put me
okay.
in trouble. With friends like this, who needs enemies? Motherfucker only put me in trouble. With friends like this, who needs enemies?
Yeah, this was a mistake. This was a mistake. Like, the moment you feel that grab, you're already fucking twisting like a fucking cat. But no, he didn't. So he's out, but he gets up, and he manages to get the shot in. The other guy missed, and he didn't miss. And that was a good kick right there.
Nathan showed an all-round great example, starting with pretending to drink the spiked beer, and
Like, the execution of that kick was kinda weird with the arms and everything, but hey, it got the job done, I guess.
even though he didn't stand up in front of the attacker, he showed great defense and excellent fighting skills throughout the entire challenge. Nathan also called upon the bouncers for help, another great solution once the
No, the stage sitting, I'm gonna definitely disagree, because I'm pretty sure that he had that plan to bring the other guy into it, and then he's
fighting calm down,
which he
and
did.
if not for a questionable amount of force used at certain moments, his performance was close to being perfect this time.
I was before Jordan. Personally, I think he's a great guy. I hope he can forgive me. But after a mission, I would like come back limping just to make him stress about the mission.
I felt like yesterday we up, and I told you today no more. Yeah, I felt vindicated.
I think somebody was, did you knock them out? Did you knock them out? Jordan was just sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, of course I knocked them out, just to put like that seed of fear in Jordan.
But before we'll get to see Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts Jordan's turn, it was time for karate black belt Jesse to face the challenge.
I'm ready to improvise. I'm ready to do whatever the situation requires.
Yeah.
Jesse.
Yeah, that's me.
Karate nerd.
That's me, yeah.
Bouncers are telling me they're fans of my content, but obviously they're just faking it because they said the same thing to everybody, as I learned afterwards. So I'm kind of disappointed. Anyway, we keep walking into this bar, and I have this buddy. I've never seen him before, but he claims to be my buddy. And these two guys start confronting us. So I'm like, hey, grab my drink. It's worth spending a few bucks to avoid a confrontation because it's cheaper than a hospital bill.
Yeah, hey, are you also here?
The same dude comes over and claims that I'm speaking to his girlfriend, but actually she's the one speaking to me. I'm already taken. I can't be out here dating and stuff. And I notice my helmet, so I know that, okay, it's about to go down. Use my drink as a distraction. I splash it in his face. My first instinct is to control him, so the bouncers can come and grab him and throw him out, but they never arrive. I stand up and I throw the and that's not judo, that's a karate throw.
Take it easy, pal. Take it easy.
And then
Nice
I just
secure with it
hold him
there.
on the ground.
Nice.
I'm doing the least amount of harm necessary to neutralize. And I'm trying to tell my friend that we should leave. It's a weird place. People are just fighting, okay? It feels like I'm in a Hollywood movie. Self-defense, don't be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But my friend is probably drunk.
Okay.
I go for a couple of groin shots because this is not a combat sport, this is self-defense.
Dude, this place is crazy. I think we should get out of here.
Oh my god. This guy with the ball is taking names.
I go for a double leg takedown. I thought my friend had my back.
No,
In reality,
no,
you
no,
don't
no,
want to
no.
go to the
Quick
ground
with the
if there are
fucking
multiple
takedown.
opponents. But I had no choice at this point.
Even the one he did earlier when I said nice is because I liked the movement. That was simple and it worked, but like, no, I wouldn't, because like, you just don't know who's behind you, dude.
They're pretty slow, those bouncers, but at least they're doing their job.
Jesse had a number of good things going, starting from skipping the spiked drink to using his own drink as a distraction. Yet, he did stay sitting on the couch and went to the ground with multiple attackers a number of times, while he also exposed his back. And even though Jesse defended fairly well, we will find out where he stands in the score table after the final two contenders have went through the challenge.
Good job. Great energy. I need to work on my cardio.
I thought we could de-escalate things, but these guys just wanted to fight. Sometimes you just gotta fight.
Yeah, but that was fun. You said?
Cool stick, that was
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
For me, when I was doing it, the stick broke mid-air. Like, oh, that was funny. That was like a movie. Yeah.
That was really fun.
And next up was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Jordan's turn.
I expect that this guy is gonna try the like to take down people, and that's gonna be probably his downfall points.
There you go.
Jiu-Jitsu teacher, right?
Yeah, exactly. My game plan going into this thing is to really represent Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, use control to defend myself, and not use strikes so much. There's an accident.
Huh? Accident?
You know, I could have been more aware. I should have thought, this is a bar, they give me a drink. I should not drink this, but
Yeah, I would not accept drinks like this. I would probably be the one offering them, though.
I was just so focused on people starting fights
To
that
de-escalate.
I just wasn't thinking, what is it?
I like that he's positioned at the end of the couch, which really indicates that he's not really trying to make contact or to interact. It is as good as it gets to signal the other person that, hey, I'm not sitting next to your girlfriend. I'm just like sitting there. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. That's just a mess. That is just that's a fucked up mess. He's fucked. He's fucked. If they were serious, he's fucked. That's a schoolyard fight at this point.
Not because I didn't hurt anyone. That's just who I am. I don't want to hurt anyone. We don't gotta play pool or anything. Just hang out.
What are you doing? There's another person, you moron. Oh my god.
Relax. Let's go.
No, I think that approach, even if it's noble, and I understand
I don't really
it.
know what to expect. Trying to de-escalate as much as possible, but sometimes people are just, they just want to throw hands.
Before the final participant, Greg Hunter, the
Not often though, not often though. Honestly, it's worth de-escalating, obviously, always.
regular person took his turn, it was time to assess Jordan's performance, who was unlucky in drinking the spiked drink, reducing his future score, which will be revealed after the final contender's attempt. Jordan also stayed sitting when the attackers came to the lounge and did not react quickly enough. And although his takedown was beautiful, yet again, going to the ground with multiple opponents was not a good idea, as he also got struck at the back
No,
of
he's
his
fucked,
head.
I knew
On the
that.
bright side of
I
things,
fucking knew
Jordan
that. I
showed
saw that
good
coming.
control of his opponents, which led to no use of excessive force. Yet during the pool scenario, he turned his back to an attacker who intentionally missed him with a pool cue to prevent unnecessary injuries. And then when Jordan tangled up with his attackers, he got punched a number of times.
Linking with multiple attackers, oh dude, yeah, he was fucked, he was
Jordan did a
fucked.
good job at trying to de-escalate the situation and effectively using one attacker against the other. Unfortunately, his takedown yet again led to intentionally missed kicks and knees to his head, making Jordan come to the following conclusion.
I didn't throw any strikes purposely. I just controlled everyone, and I thought that would really
Yeah, but you didn't control them though, did you? No, that was an F. That's L. That's
work
L
in my
right there.
favor
He
because
didn't
there was
control
no
anything, I'm
excessive
sorry.
force whatsoever. But in hindsight, part of self-defense.
You have to be, so this idea of like controlling your opponent, you have to be so far ahead of them physically and mentally, like, you know, in preparedness, like mentally, I mean, not in terms of like intellect or something, but mentally prepared. You have to be fucking a fucking unit to even begin dreaming about controlling people who are literally raging against you. That's not gonna happen that easily, you know. That's not gonna happen that easily. You can't aspire to control like an opponent. Like it's
Defense is making sure that you don't get hurt, and sometimes you need to strike first to make sure that that happens.
Jordan!
I feel like I controlled him pretty well.
We were thinking you did like a double armbar or something. Yeah.
With the drinks, you didn't de-escalate?
No, I did de-escalate that.
I think they told him not to attack because we weren't wearing helmets yet. Except for you. Except for you.
Bro, I felt the adrenaline was like a fire.
Yeah. I felt like real life for a second. I really felt it.
Yeah.
And now it's time to find out how regular person Greg Hunter did.
Generally in a scenario, I kind of just try and do what I would do, like just instinct it. That's just what I did.
Are you sorry, man? $12 on that, didn't it?
It's alright, it's all good. I'll get you another. I just thought, what if you don't take drinks from people, especially people that are not your friends? I just made up a story about being on the clock.
Oh, I'm still on the clock. I get random breakfast at any time.
Hell yeah.
yeah, no, that's an approach I would not do. Like, hi there, how are you? You know, I would probably just nod and just mind my
Got
business.
one of those heads.
What you sitting next to my girlfriend for?
Sorry, don't.
Sorry, man.
There we go. Yeah, don't stop striking. There we go. Nice. And moves away as well. As soon as he realizes, he just like bounced away. Like, yeah, fuck off. That's it. Fucking off. I'm gonna mess with that. Alright, this guy is good so far.
You went out from the room and wanted to refuse to come back.
Well, that's what I would do. I'd leave a place like that.
Yeah, of
Go
course you would
somewhere
leave.
nicer
Are
or
you
go home,
insane?
but then
You
they wanted me
wouldn't
to
go
come
back
back
in.
So I came back in and restarted and tried to do what I would do again.
After being forced back into the challenge, Greg then decided not to engage with his friend anymore and left him to cause his troubles alone.
Okay. But like, again though, you're in the perfect position for a nice kick there. Why are you going for the cleanse again? You can see that he clearly sees there's a second guy coming. He knows there's two. If one of them just takes turn, and he manages to, he was ready for that, okay. So start fucking striking at him. I think he was thinking that he was throw him down and then like focus the other guy. I think. But nah. At least he focuses on the next attacker afterwards. There we go, okay. No, don't swing it. Don't swing it. That was great. That was actually fucking great though. That was great. That was actually great because he ensures that he will not cause unnecessary damage, and that he also, the other guy, won't damage him unnecessarily. That was a very good reflex there. Like, yeah, fuck weapons. If you wanna go, let's go. Fuck weapons, let's go. Okay, that was good. But the fact that he was going to swing it, so this, nah. This thing is not made for swinging. No, just stab with it. Stab with the legs, like this guy is trying to do. You know, this guy here is trying to do. I'm not so sure I would be as noble as to say, okay, I'm dropping my weapon. I don't think so. If for some deranged reason I was bent on attacking the guy in green, I would not care. If he put down his fucking thing, I would go at him with my fucking thing. I don't fucking give a fuck. There is no honor in these things. But he fucked him up now. And now you see, now he didn't go for like takedowns and all the fancy shit. He was like, okay, yeah, okay.
With one more
Second best easily.
challenge coming ahead, and before revealing the scores of each participant, Greg Hunter's decision to leave the bar right after the fight was an exceptional move, technically solving all the further problems. But even though we asked him to come back for the sake of the championship, he still had a great all-round performance, starting off by not drinking the spiked beer, and even though he stayed sitting, Greg reacted well to the attack and efficiently took care of both.
Yeah, because what he does here is quite smart, in which he closes the distance of his head to the torso of the opponent, making it harder for him to control him and also to strike him.
Efficiently took care of both attackers.
You can still strike at somebody, you know, holding someone's head against your chest. You can still fucking bang them. But it's not the full extent of the arm, which reduces like the
And after
the
brilliantly
damage.
deciding to stay away from his troublesome friend, when forced to fight, even though Craig clinched up with multiple attackers, he initially used the glass as an improvised weapon, and then chose a great moment to take out the Atomic Bear self-defense pen, using what would be its teethed edge to strike vital areas, stopping the attackers from continuing, and leaving Craig with a single Atomic Bear pen use left in the championship. Finally, during the last scenario, Craig took the advantage of using the chair as an improvised weapon, avoided a dangerous fight with chairs by encouraging a fair fight, gave the attacker an opportunity to stop fighting, and avoided excessive force throughout the entire challenge. As a result, excelling at it.
Anton, good job.
Do I actually leave now? I'm not drinking it, am I?
And now, before we get to see the contenders taking part in the next self-defense challenge, it's finally time to reveal who did the best out of the 6 participants in this challenge.
Green guy
Starting with
is not
Charlene
first,
Disciple
then
Ranton,
second.
who didn't manage to overcome his fear of striking people yet, and despite showing a few good decisions, overall did not manage to switch on this time, receiving the lowest score of a single
Yeah,
point.
Ranton was
Next
shit,
up
I'm
was
sorry.
MMA fighter Jeff Chan, who
So
in
this
an
guy,
attempt
this
to
perpy
entertain
guy,
people, showcased some great fighting skills and good general awareness, but his eagerness to fight led to plenty of excessive force
Yeah, he
use,
was-
and with 2 points for this
He
challenge.
was a bit,
Despite
yeah.
his strong desire to win, although Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Jordan controlled his attackers well and did not use any excessive force, he made a number of critical mistakes, leaving him with 3 points. Meanwhile, karate black belt Jesse displayed some great creativity and showed some
There,
good
sorry.
self-defense skills, but was still quite far from a perfect performance, leaving him with 4 points. Then, UFC fighter Nathan Levy managed to have his redemption after his disappointing performance in the first challenge, this time showing amazing
Yeah,
fighting
this
skills
guy
and
is
great self-defense
first or second,
awareness,
and the green
almost
guy also
getting him the
first or
top
second.
score.
Also.
But in the end, after displaying an unmatched amount of self-defense knowledge throughout the challenge, regular person Craig Hunter took this one home, leaving him with the top score in
Easy to guess. Okay, interesting, cool. Really fun to watch this with you and go through it. Yeah, it's cool. Okay. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you. And it's already getting later than I anticipated. In fact, I gotta turn on the light. One sec. As a side note, I have to say that as a side note, you would not use, you would not swing your pool stick. You wouldn't swing it if you really want to do damage, because I assume they want to do damage, right? They don't care, right? So if you really want to fuck the guy up, you're gonna stab, you're gonna thrust, right in his fucking face. I don't think you would swing it if you got any idea of how to fight, of how to, well, basically injure someone seriously, you know. It's also much harder to defend against like a thrust, especially if you don't expect it, if it's coming at you. Like, yeah. And as for the guy with the bottle, I would never grab someone and then smash them in the head. Why would I want them to know that something is gonna go on? I'll just immediately fucking swing the bottle. There's no reason. But yeah. Yeah. I think it was fun watching this. Anyway, don't try to recreate any of this shit. That those are trained professionals, you know. And obviously, we're discussing academically. We're not like encouraging anything, okay? But just maybe by like mentioning what somebody who intends to do maximum damage to you would do, maybe you take away that stay safe, you know. Because let's not forget that these guys are not allowed certain things as well. So don't expect that what you see is how it's gonna go down at all. Because yeah, I mean, you're not gonna in low lighting conditions, half drunk, in a club with people. You know, a pull cue thrust is not something you will see, and it might just go right into your fucking eye or neck. So you know. But what I'm saying is like just stay the fuck safe and distance is your friend, and not going back to where a fight just started is also your friend. And you know, don't mess with like situations like where you see like the girl was sitting there. You saw that guy, right? Where I said that he was the best so far on the couch because he sat in such a way that it would be difficult for anyone to say that, oh, this guy is hitting on that girl. It would be very difficult to say that, to claim that. Immediately giving him like a little bit of sympathy from like bystanders as well. Because that can also be important, because sometimes like somebody might also chime in and say, hey, you know, he wasn't talking to your lady. He was just like, he went like to the corner of the couch, you know, just relax and stuff like that. That can happen as well. So that was great. And he also made sure not to be way too comfortable in that couch. He was just ready for it, I guess. But yeah. Interesting. And also it shows you that yeah, MMA can be good, but this myth of like, oh, I practice MMA, so what's gonna happen in a fight? I will take the guy down to the floor. Yeah, and now you're both on the floor, and that guy has 50 friends on you, and they're fucking destroying your asshole. And you're still worried about whether or not you're clenching right. Clinching right, sorry. Right, so, yeah. Some striking is much more preferable in those situations. It's like much more realistic. So yeah, I don't know about that. Like surely, if they're destroying his asshole, he's probably cleansing. Yeah, that is true. That is also very true. I'm gonna go and I wanted to say I'm gonna go and destroy my asshole, but I realized then that like, well, that's not exactly a funny way to close a stream. Because that could mean like very different things than I had in mind. And I just wanted to make a joke. I don't know. I'm not gonna go and destroy my asshole. Don't worry. I'll do that later. Wow. No, but no, I'm just gonna go and I want to say something relevant to what Neri said, but I can't because even if I say I'm gonna go and clench, like that also sounds bad. I don't know. No, I'm just gonna leave you, I guess, and I'm gonna see you on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah. All right. So the Final Fantasy video was exactly what I expected it to be. Nothing more and nothing less. It was precisely what I thought it was gonna be. Again, like the boring content and like inaccessibility, you know, lack of accessibility to new players, and the mods being at this point like fucking ridiculous at this point, the situation with the mods and the RP and all that, and the economy of the game has been in shambles like for too long. So, but all in all, like he didn't really say anything much that I could comment on any further, to be honest. That's it. Like, you know, we all know the problems of that game. Maybe in a couple of expansions they're gonna go away. Who the fuck knows? I don't think it's gonna be the next expansion. I've said that before. But whatever. But all in all, yeah. As for the first video we watched, like the very first video we watched, holy shit, that made me sad. That actually made me sad. I just I can't. I can't anymore with fucking bullying, and I can't anymore with fucking hatred and bigotry. It's just so fucking tiring. I'd rather have fucking bar fights all day than that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I would rather have fucking bar fights all day and clenching and getting my asshole destroyed than fucking bigotry and hatred anymore. I'm so fucking tired of that shit. Anyway, so thank you for watching. You've been very nice for keeping me company. I'm gonna fuck off and do something else. Have a great Saturday evening, whatever you do, and stay safe and stuff. All right? And I'll catch you on Monday or Tuesday. And so with that, all I have to do is say kisses.